I had a deposition today for a personal injury suit that I'm involved in, and I gotta tell you, it was way more angry than they make it appear on TV. The other guy's lawyer was really nice and chatty when we were off the record, and for the majority of the time that we started, the first hour and a half or so of the deposition, but occasionally he got kind of in my face, leaning forward, crossing his arms, and using a tone of voice with me. Occasionally he would ask me questions that he wanted a yes or no answer to, but in all honesty, as I was under oath, I couldn't give a yes or no answer because the world is not shades of black and white. The world is full of gray. For example, he asked me whether or not I believed that the woman was trying to help me. And I said that I didn't think, I was capable of answering whether or not she was trying to help me. I don't know her motives. That all I know is that the behavior that she exhibited and the statement she gave the impression she wasn't thrilled about what she was doing. And he said, well, was she trying to help you? I said, I don't know. I don't know what she was trying to do. I don't know her motives. Like, that's not a question I can answer. But based off of this, X, Y, and Z, I didn't get the impression she was happy, I got the impression she was dismissive. And he goes, so your answer would be no, she wasn't trying to be helpful. Like I just said, I don't know whether or not she was trying to be helpful. That's not information I'm qualified, to analyze. I don't know her. I don't know if she's trying to be helpful. I don't know her motives. At which point he got very unhappy and said, well, I don't care about her motives. What did you think she was trying to do? I said, okay, well, if you're no longer asking me whether or not she was trying to help me, and you are instead asking me whether or not it felt to me like she was trying to help me, then my answer is it didn't feel like she was trying to help me or wanted to help me. But if your question is, as you initially stated, whether or not she was trying to help me, I can't tell you what she was trying to do. I don't know her. I've never been her. I never talked to her outside this particular context, so I can't tell you. I don't know. There were several situations in which he wanted a yes or no, black or white answer, and I wasn't comfortable giving one. For some strange reason, he delved into my 4th grade pediatrician, asking me if I remembered the name of my 4th grade pediatrician. I'm 20-something years old. I'm in my mid-20s. I don't remember my 4th grade teacher, let alone my 4th grade pediatrician. Asking me all of these questions, getting kind of in my face at times, though I understand that that's his job. At the end of it, I walked out and I turned to my lawyer in his car, since he was nice enough to give me a ride, and I asked him if it went as terribly as I thought it did. Because I walked out of that deposition feeling stupid, feeling bad about myself, having been asked the same question 100 different ways and knowing each time that it happened that's exactly what was happening, at which point I would respond, well, like I answered earlier, X, Y, and Z, to kind of give a little, hey, guess what, I'm not an idiot, to the other lawyer, so that he understood I knew that he was asking me questions he'd already asked, but in a different way. And my lawyer said that I did very well, that he was really proud of me, that I did an excellent job, answering questions, keeping my cool, and all of that, but that, the facts of the situation and the subtlety of the situation make it difficult for us. It's just the way it is. It has nothing to do with what I said. But it was hard over that 3 hours to prevent myself from letting the other lawyer get to me, from letting him make me doubt myself. And I know he probably didn't enjoy that aspect of his job, and he might actually think I'm being honest when I say that, this is what happened to me and this is the injury that I sustained. He might actually believe me, but his job says he has to use words like the symptoms you are claiming. Right, claiming. I get it. I understand. But it still sucked. And I guess this is my little decompressive moment to tell the world that you shouldn't let anybody make you feel a way that you don't want to. Don't let anybody get in your face and make you feel bad. Don't let anybody get in your face and make you doubt yourself. That you need to stand up for yourself, be assertive, and when I was asked if I told the lady who was very dismissive of me when I got hurt how I felt about her being dismissive, the way he phrased it made me feel like maybe I should have. Maybe I should have said something to her at the time. Said, hey, I don't appreciate you blowing me off. But I didn't. And maybe I should have, maybe I shouldn't have. But I'm not going to let him make me question who I am and the decisions that I've made. Because I can't change it. I can't go back and tell the lady, you know what, I don't appreciate you being so mean to me when there was no reason to. What I can do is make the choice to change the future. The next time I'm in a situation where a doctor, law enforcement person, anybody in a position of authority is making me feel bad or treating me with disrespect, I don't have to take it. I can choose to be nice and let it slide, like when a customer decides to swear at me for no reason because apparently they don't like Halloween. Or I can stand up for myself and tell my group member, my professor, or my doctor, you know what, you don't have to talk to me that way. I am not, insert adjective here. When a doctor tries to tell me, I know exactly what you're going to say. Let me stop you. Okay, I have the ability to say, actually, no, doctor, you don't know what I'm going to say because I didn't get a chance to say it yet. So can you please let me finish? And then, if you think you know what I'm trying to say instead of what I actually said, we can talk about that. Let me actually finish first. There's no reason to let people walk all over you or to make you feel bad. None. But just as there's no reason to take other people's crap, that doesn't necessarily mean we should be so overly apologetic for ourselves either. Because I'm not going to apologize to the lawyer for giving him what I felt were technically correct answers to the questions he asked. It's not my fault that he wasn't more clear in exactly what kind of yes or no answer he wanted. I was under oath and I gave an accurate answer. It might have made his life more difficult because it was more detailed than he wanted. That's his fault, not mine. Ask the question you actually want the answer to. Right, Simon? But I can say that I will save my I'm sorries for things that I'm truly sorry about. Like not giving Simon enough kisses, or not being the best friend that I can to my friends when they're in need. I will save my sorries for when they matter. And expect sorries from people when they're appropriate. That, and I will go take a really long bath and a really long nap. Like the 12-hour kind, for my GRE test prep class tomorrow. So in summation, don't take crap from anybody that you don't have to. But don't necessarily make people take your crap either. And when you do, at the very least apologize for it. And mean it.